Among the thousands who fled the inferno that engulfed Maui are 2 college students from the Grand Rapids area.
News 8's Kyle Mitchell's in studio and has more on how they were able to get out. Kyle?
Brian and Michelle, the GRCC students arrived home on Saturday and are grateful for everyone who helped them get out.
More than a week later, it's still hard for Emma Sutherland and Jessica Tosella to believe just how close they came to the fast-moving fires on Maui.
The smoke looked like it was coming directly at you, like it was going in a straight line towards us.
Emma, a daughter of a News 8 photographer, and her friend Jessica were spending the summer working in Lahaina on culinary internships. Losing power early in the morning was the first sign something was wrong.
And then a little while later, one of my coworkers ended up saying, I have to go home to check on my kids, there's a fire. And so he went home, and that was kind of like the first point we knew that there was a fire. But we still just didn't really think too much about it, that it was going to be a real threat.
The roommates thought the fire would soon be under control, but didn't know it had flared up and spread until their apartment manager knocked on their door.
We could smell that smoke. We opened the door, our smoke detectors were going off, and it was just black outside. We couldn't see much, and it was super windy. Everything was blowing in, and that's when we realized how urgent this was.
With no warning of the fire spreading and little time, they packed what they could.
We go over just a change of clothes and some necessities. We didn't bring any food. All of our stuff was left behind for the most part, and that was all destroyed by the fire.
The students then had to figure out how to get to safety as the flames spread.
We didn't have a car. That was, I think, our biggest thing at first. And our neighbor knocked and told us, here's some keys to a car, just go. So we got in the car and just started driving.
With the roads clogged, getting to the north side of the island seemed like an impossible task.
It was so dark, and even just as we were driving, it was getting worse. And we were just sitting in traffic trying to get out.
They eventually took another route, and a drive that normally takes 50 minutes took 4.5 hours.
It was just hard to breathe, and it smelled terrible. And there was moments where we were getting out through Front Street where there was power lines down, and I was getting nervous going under those. After
the smoke had cleared, Bakery Lahaina, where Emma worked, was destroyed, and Chemo's Lahaina, where Jessica worked, was also now just a memory.
We feel blessed that we had a place to come back to, where so many people have nothing left over there and they don't have a place to come to.
Grateful to have survived, they are concerned about what happens to the people on the island who lost everything.
Nearly everybody I know back in Maui lost their home. A lot of them are in the shelters, and a lot of, supplies and resources, they are available, but I just worry about what's next for them.
The students say they do want to return to Maui someday after Lahaina rebuilds. Brian.